All right, now we know that Donald Trump in the year 1995 lost $900 million. It sounds like a big deal, but substitute Donald Trump's name with, I don't know, names like Apple, names like Caterpillar, names like Cisco, DuPont, companies that had similar, if not even larger, losses. And all of a sudden, then you get a different picture. Now, Donald Trump's company, Trump Organization, is obviously Donald Trump's company. But it is a large multinational concern. We know him best as the head of that concern, so it's Donald Trump's loss. But in fact, such losses, while staggering, are not unprecedented. Try telling that to many in the mainstream media who are not going to let go of this. Maybe rightly so, given the fact that he was reluctant to release it on his own. But we've got Jerry Bowyer joining us now, Bowyer Research President. Glad to see this young man again.
Good to see you.
Jerry, what do you make of that?
I don't know about any young men, but I'm glad to see you too.
I always push it. You know, we're about the same age, so you keep pushing it. But what do you make of that? It is a big loss. The tax rules are they are. Even his enemies say nothing illegal or untoward going on here. He's taking full advantage of the tax code. But it does chafe at some Americans who say, I don't have that flexibility. I don't have that wherewithal. So politically it hurts him. You say what?
I say that I think the only thing he did wrong is to not have the same tax lawyers as the New York Times, which broke this story. Because in 2014, they used a far more aggressive tax technique, something I've never seen, and I was for several years a tax accountant, where they actually made a profit and got a refund that year. So I'm not sure they're in a position to critique anybody. But look, bottom line here is net operating loss carry-forwards, there are limits on them. Wealthy people can afford to deal with those because they can hire very complex systems. They can get tax accountants. They can get tax lawyers to be able to take advantage of these provisions that are hard to take advantage of. So people look at that and they say, that's not fair that Donald Trump should have that. And I say, no, it's perfectly fair that he should have it. A loss is a loss. This is an income tax. It's not fair that we don't have it. So instead of dinging him like they ding us, treat us all like billionaires. Give us all that kind of flexibility. Make it affordable for all of us to use all of our net operating loss carry forwards for as long as we need.
You know, credit card interest and the like. But stepping back from this, I think it's going to become a very big issue. Certainly the vice presidential debate tomorrow, next week, and the second presidential debate. And it comes at a time when the media, of course, wouldn't let go of the Mitt Romney story. Nothing illegal going on there when he paid a lower tax rate on capital gains and dividends that is historically lower than income taxes on which he already paid for that amount. But people aren't keen on this. They don't get into this. They don't trust rich guys, and especially rich guys like Donald Trump who are reluctant to release their tax forms in the first place. So what will the fallout be?
Well, I think the fallout has hurt him a little bit. We looked at the probability markets before I came on the program here. He's gone from about a 33% probability of winning to about a 31%. Because it's not because this story in and of itself really hurts him. It's because it gives the media excuse. You saw the Sunday shows to do another 3 or 4 or 5 days about how he didn't release his tax forms. He did nothing illegal. He did nothing unethical. The only thing that's unethical is that the tax code is unethical. The tax code favors, in some ways, it favors the rich. In other ways, it favors the poor. You know, this week is the days of repentance. This is the beginning of the Hebrew calendar, right? The Shana Tov. Happy New Year to everyone. The Torah says, don't favor the rich. Don't favor the poor, judge a righteous judgment. Our tax code plays rich off against poor. Our politicians play rich against poor. Maybe they should be the ones repenting this week of what they're doing because resentment is high because the tax code is so complicated. A flat, simple tax would make us all in the same position.
Well, maybe that's how he's got to get on offense, but to say things that makes me very smart to pay little or no taxes, I think really rubs salt in the wound to a lot of people hearing that.
That's right. Right. He should say, I want to change the code so that what I did was perfectly legal, perfectly ethical, but I want to change the code so everyone can do it easily and inexpensively. That's on the offense.
Well put, Jerry Bowyer. Great seeing you again.